So now let's talk about IPFS, Interplanetary File System. We need to have a system to store our NFT asset. Where is the image going to be stored? Because on the blockchain, we can only store the metadata. So let's break down the NFT creation into two sections. First, there is the blockchain section, which handles the minting and bookkeeping of the NFT. Blockchain is an excellent way to ensure that the metadata of the NFT is immutable. Metadata is data about data. And we can secure the metadata by replicating it across thousands of computers or nodes around the world. The Ethereum blockchain has more than 8,000 nodes, and you can also have one. However, blockchains cannot handle storing large amounts of data. You cannot store like a few megabytes of an image, because that will be extremely expensive to replicate across these thousands of nodes. It will have like a huge cost. And that's why we need IPFS. That's where the storing of the data comes into play. So you have the blockchain to store the metadata, and they need to have somewhere else to store the file of the image. So to store the image on the Ethereum blockchain would cost probably tens of thousands of dollars. And so the majority of the NFTs will need to be stored off-chain, outside of the blockchain. And that's where the IPFS comes into place, the Interplanetary File System. IPFS is a peer-to-peer protocol to share and store files. And IPFS uses content addressing to uniquely identify each file in a global namespace that is important for our NFT to link and to reference the NFT metadata. So in the NFT name metadata, we can put like one of these links. The IPFS can be seen as a more persistent than like when compared like with services like Dropbox or Google Drive, where you can just, because you don't pay or because the image changed the URL, then the metadata of the NFT is going to somewhere where there is no image. So when creating an NFT, we need to use the URL link that references to an asset, and this URL will be included in the metadata of the NFT. And as you know by now, the NFT data is immutable, so it will live forever with the NFT in the blockchain. And that's why it's essential to find a nice home for our asset or image. And IPFS works with these content identifiers called CID, which is a hash of the image, so it's very unique, and it's going to be immutable. And this hash is part of the URL that you see here, right? And this URL is unique for this image, and it will not change. So the image behind a certain CID in the respective URL will always be the same, giving us a certain degree of immutability for the NFT to be stored off-chain. I will show you later in the step-by-step section to mint a token, how to use Pinata. Pinata is an amazing platform to mint, to create new IPFS links and to associate these URLs to our new NFT. So join me on the next one.